Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to dive into some really profound ancient wisdom. It's kind of hidden away in these incredibly short texts. The source material is fascinating excerpts from the Catukka-nipāta. And our mission really for this deep dive is to explore the spiritual achievements of two key figures here, Kassapa and Bhaddā Kapilānī. What really stands out is how huge these achievements sound, but they're captured in just, a few ancient phrases. So what truths are hiding in there about like ultimate liberation and why these two together? What's their connection? Okay, so right away, Kassapa. The text hits us with some powerful stuff. He's called the Buddha's heir and well-composed, but then it gets even more interesting. It says he knew previous existences and saw heaven and hell. Now, when it says saw, is that like a vision or more an insight? What kind of seeing are we talking about?
That's a really great question to start with, because when these old texts talk about seeing heaven and hell, it's usually not, a literal picture show. It points more towards a deep, direct understanding, non-conceptual, knowing the results of actions, karma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like an experiential grasp of cause and effect that goes way beyond just normal perception. It shows this incredible insight into how existence works. And knowing previous existences, that's similar. It's not just believing in past lives. It's like a direct cognition, a lived memory that just shatters the idea that this life is all there is.
So a really deep internal knowing. A whole grasp of reality. The text also mentions Kassapa reached the destruction of birth.
Yes.
Calls him a sage who reached the destruction of birth and became skilled in supernormal knowledge. Destruction of birth. That sounds so radical. What does that really mean beyond just liberation?
It is radical. Destroying birth isn't about like physical annihilation or just stopping the cycle in a simple way. It's about digging down and pulling out the roots that cause suffering and rebirth in the first place.
The roots, like craving.
Exactly. Craving, attachment, ignorance, all the stuff that keeps the engine running. So it's a total internal dismantling of that conditioned existence. And the result is this unshakable peace. And being skilled in supernormal knowledge, that points to a mastery beyond ordinary thinking, direct perception of hidden realities.
Wow. Okay. And then there's Bhaddā Kapilānī, introduced with equally powerful language. She's also called Tevijja, possessing the three knowledges. What exactly are those three? What makes someone Tevijja?
Yes, Tevijja. This is really crucial for understanding both of them, actually. The three knowledges are traditionally listed as, first, knowing past lives, just like Kassapa.
Okay, same as him.
Yep. Second, knowing how beings pass away and reappear, which is tied to that deep insight into karma we talked about. Seeing the cycles. And the third, and this is the real clincher, is the knowledge of destroying the mental defilements, the asavas. That's the direct insight that leads to liberation itself.
I see.
So when both of them are called Tevijja, it signals this complete holistic mastery over these absolute fundamentals of existence.
That really adds another layer, doesn't it?
Right.
Knowing they both had this. And Bhadda's also called the slayer of death. That's striking. And it says, she conquered Mara with his mount vehicle. Now, Mara, people might just think of some kind of, demon figure. What does conquering Mara actually signify here? And slayer of death.
Yeah.
Not literal immortality, right?
Right, not physical immortality. That imagery, though, it's incredibly potent. Slayer of death means transcending the whole process of birth and death. It's about overcoming the fear of impermanence, getting free from that cycle that keeps binding us.
Okay.
And Mara, he represents more than just death itself. He embodies all the obstacles. Temptations, defilements, anxieties, internal, external, basically the whole web of suffering and illusion.
So everything that holds you back.
Everything. And his mount, or vehicle, that often symbolizes like the untamed mind or the armies of delusion. So conquering Mara isn't just winning one fight. It's a complete takedown of all those binding forces, a total victory over suffering's conditions.
So their achievements are, wow, they really run in parallel, almost mirror images.
Very much so.
And the text gives us this insight into how they got there. It says, let me find the phrase. Zovadinavakaloki ubu pabajitamaya, which means, having seen the danger in the world, both went forth. That shared insight, that seeing the danger, that's what pushed them both onto the path, into homelessness renunciation. It wasn't just a casual choice then.
Absolutely not casual. That line is so concise, but tells us so much. It highlights that this wasn't just, two separate people doing their own thing. It was a shared, profound response.
Mhm.
They both saw something fundamental about existence, its inherent instability, its unsatisfactoriness, the danger, and it compelled them. It wasn't just about finding personal peace, it was a deep recognition that drove them to seek something totally beyond the conditioned world. That shared clarity, that's the foundation of their whole journey together. It makes the path mandatory almost.
A powerful foundation indeed. And the end point of that journey, the description is amazing. Tiama Kassapa Danta Sitiputo Nibutati.
Yes.
They are destroyers of defilements, tamed, cooled, and unbound. What a progression from seeing the danger to complete freedom.
It really maps it out beautifully.
So we've kind of walked through this journey looking at Kassapa and Bhaddā Kapilānī, these incredible figures from the Catukka-nipāta, their shared path, starting with see the danger in the world, going forth,
Yeah.
and ending up as destroyers of defilements and being tamed, cooled, and unbound.
Exactly. And when the text calls them cooled and unbound, it's more than just nice words. Think of cooled, not just as peace, but as a mind completely unshaken by life's ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like deep water, still underneath, regardless of surface waves.
Ah, okay. Like utterly stable.
Utterly stable. It's the absence of that inner heat, that agitation driven by wanting and not wanting. It's a freedom that doesn't rely on anything outside yourself. And unbound. That's complete freedom from suffering, from attachment. And it stems directly from that destruction of birth and end to the whole cycle. And remember, they were both Teveja. Possessing those three knowledges we talked about, that really emphasizes the totality of their mastery over past lives, karma, and the path itself. It's complete enlightenment, profound inner peace. We connect this to the bigger picture. These insights from so long ago, they aren't just history. They offer this powerful example of transformation that comes from deep seeing, deep understanding, which kind of leads to a question for you listening. What does it really mean to see the danger in the world today in a way that could actually inspire that kind of profound change? And how might seeing that danger maybe shift your own view of what freedom and inner peace could be?